Okay, so what we have here, this is the reports module for version 12. The reports are exactly the same in back office or at the point of sale, wherever you guys prefer to run your reports. I know some owners prefer to do things in the software. Others really like the flexibility that back office gives them of being able to run reports everywhere. So we'll start here with the sales reports. The first one is the shift report. And the shift report, it's a report that just shows the sales information per employee per shift. It's helpful for balancing the drawer because of the calculate feature. To explain that, something a lot of people don't immediately get is when you click calculate and it brings up this prompt, you're not actually entering in the dollar amount of what you have for the bills and the dime, well, bills or change, I'm sorry. You would, if you had 10 cents and pennies, you would just enter 10. It's meant to make it even easier on the cashiers, and they only have to count how many coins or how many bills are in a specific tray. They don't have to total it up themselves. The system does that for them. I know some other point of sale softwares expect you to enter the amount, but if you enter an amount, like if you entered 0.25 for pennies, it would give you an error that the currency type wasn't correct. So just remember, so for shift report, you would just use the number of coins or bills there, not the amount, not the dollar amount that it's worth. And next report is the daily sales. The daily sales report, it shows the transactions in detail and or summary format for a particular day. The report's commonly used in comparing the shift report for consistency to all individual employees. Other common uses may include viewing voided sales, discounts, sales percentages, and department and division. And I'll do a quick sample on this, and we'll see if I can find some data here. And so I don't have any sales here, but the daily sales, it's usually the second page is your most valuable. It is all of your totals from all the currency types and your customer counts and receivables, which would be in-house charges or reject fees. And then number 3, the tax liability report. It is just that. Report displays sales tax information. It's used for viewing your total sales, your total taxable sales, and non-taxable sales. It also does break it down by sales tax and excise tax. And number 4, the section age report. Report displays sales and percentage of sales information by gender and all clients. The report is useful when trying to gather revenue information about specific targeted clients. And you can see you have a minimum age, you have a max age, and include age. A quick note on that: Helios only tracks when you run the report. Even if you put in a minimum age of like 0 to 17, Helios 12 doesn't really do any tracking of age groups of anybody below 19. Everybody's just one group for that. So if I were to look at the report, it's not going to have any data. Doesn't even give me, yes, I don't have data. It's not giving me the lines I was looking for. Give me one moment. So yeah, for our age brackets, we have 30 to 34 and we have 35 to 39. If we had tanners under 19, they would be their own separate group. So just as a note, you can't break up the age group 0 to 18. It's always going to be one group. And moving on, we have the commission report. It displays the sales and commission information per employee. Reports obviously used for paying commission on products and or services to individual employees. You can run the report for products, services, or both. You can show the commission totals, and you can also include non-commission sales if you wanted to see the employee's total sales. The sales code and department report, you can view sales by specific sales codes or services broken down by department. You can view all sales codes or just certain sales codes. So if you're trying to track like a promo code, you could specifically pick the promo code that you're looking for and see how many times it was used. The other report that is probably one of the most useful is the department and division. Look-wise, it's identical to the daily sales report, but it lets you run it for a span of time. The report shows information by department and division. It's useful when trying to compare or view sales revenue between departments and divisions. Other common functions include total sales, total sessions, total tax collected, and cost of goods for a specified date range. So, like I said, it's just like the daily sales, except you can run it for a span of time. The only caveat to that is you can run it for any date range you want, except if you include detail. This checkbox here, if you include detail, you can only run it for a 7-day span. And the include detail, it gives you a line-by-line listing of everything that happened. And so here I ran it from back to 2009, and here we have our cash sales, our credit card sales, total sales, and it calculates the profit on goods sold. And like I said, it looks and it functions the exact same as daily sales. It just gives you the opportunity to run it for a span of time. And then we'll go to the month and quarter. The month and quarter report displays sorted by department and sales code. The report is used for viewing packages or products that have generated the most revenue in a given time. And it's basically, it's a quarterly breakdown of everything. And obviously I don't have much data in here. But it would give you your monthly and then your quarterly compare. And it lets you quickly see when your peak times are and what your top products and your top service sales are. And number 9, the time of day report, displays sales amounts by time and day of the week. You can also view it to view sales that occurred a specific day for a specified time period. It looks a lot like the month and quarter report, only it's broken down into a smaller range. It breaks it down, like I said, per hour. As you can see, it just breaks it down by day, and since I don't have any sales, but it would break it down by hour down in a column if there were sales. Day of month report. This report displays product and service sales and sales tax information by each day of the month and for each day of the week. It's useful for viewing daily sales information along with your department and division totals. And the EFT draft summary, it's a report that shows the approved and declined summary and draft amounts for memberships. Checking the EFT draft will show a line-by-line details and include checking EFT draft detail. This little box here will include detail that includes names and client numbers. This would be useful for if you're wanting to contact customers about rejects. You can have the information displayed so you can have their name and phone numbers on who you need to follow up with. It's no different than if you're used to going under management EFT and viewing your draft history or your reject list. It's no different than that, same information, it's just in a different format. It's everything together. And client activity, this report allows you to see your top customers in regards to product, service, tanning sessions, and EFT revenue. The top N, that would be whatever number you specify, the top 50, top 10, top 5. the top 5 customers on how much they've spent, and you can include minimum product amounts and minimum service amounts. So, if you're looking for your top 10 who spent at least $500, the report would run that information for you. And zip coupon. This report displays coupon and revenue information. It's useful for viewing revenue generated by the use of coupons per client in zip codes. And ad effectiveness. Ad effectiveness, you can enter sales codes and coupons as well as their expenses. This report breaks down the client by visit range to see where your advertisements attracted customers and how profitable the activity was for you. This report can be helpful for helping to decide yearly promotional offers. And then we have average sales by location employee. This report is kind of, if you're used to version 11, how version 11 had the PCA and averages on the daily sales report, it's that information. It's just broken into its own report. Allows you to view service and product averages by client or sales. So let's see if we do. And I don't have any sales data. Give me a moment. So yeah, you can see it gives you your total sales, the per sale average, and the per client average. And next report is the referral by zip code. This report allows you to see customers by referral type, their zip code, and the revenue. The report's useful for tracking targeted advertising to see how well either specific refers or specific referral promos, or not necessarily promos, but referrals are working in an area. The executive dashboard. It's a report snapshot that gives you just the total sales of services, products, and EFTs, as well as averages for those subjects. It's, like I said, just a quick snapshot. And like I said, it gives your total sales, it breaks down the averages, the service sales, and the averages there. And the tanning product and sales statistics report. This report shows you a product and tanning breakdown of clients by sex and member and non-member. It's useful for seeing what type of clients are purchasing what specific products. Membership revenue. This report shows membership revenue that can be sorted in several ways. The report is used for obtaining sales revenue information for specific membership types. Basically lets you see what memberships are your most profitable, who's really spending money in your salon. Gift certificates, I know a lot of people are moving away from anymore, but since everybody's going to gift cards, but there are still quite a few that use gift certificates. This report shows gift certificate activity within the specified range, so it will show if a gift certificate is bought or redeemed. If you run the report and a gift certificate number is only in one of the columns, the bought or redeemed, it just means that the related activity didn't occur within the date range. So someone could have bought it, but it hadn't been redeemed yet, or vice versa. You could have had it in the redeem column and it was bought earlier than what you ran the report for. In the EFT reject summary, it just lets you see rejects in a specified range as well as if the reject has been paid. It's no different than the resubmit reject list. It's just in the reports. And I don't believe I have any actual rejects here. Oh, I have one. So we've got Kane. He had one reject, and he still has a current balance. And it actually, in this case, it shows that it was deleted, so the balance was master edited off. So it shows you the initial date, the reject amount, and then what happened to it, if it was paid or if it was still there. And sales code track referral. This report only works if the track referral option is checked on the sales code itself, which I don't think a lot of people use, but the functionality is there. If you do check the track referral option, you get a prompt at the point of sale asking who the referrer was, whether if it be one of your referrers or another customer. And this report will show those referrers during the date range. And the last sales report is top, bottom, end products sales. Just like the customer count, the N, it's this, in this case the 10, it would be your top 10 product sales. You can also see your bottom sales, see what's not selling in your salon, or the product units sold. The E is a typo, but you can see your top total number sold. So something that you sell a lot of that maybe you don't have much markup or overhead on, or bottom products sold. And we'll just view the top. So in this case, we have one thing that sold. We have 8 products sold for that date range. And that concludes the sales report. So give me a moment here.